Bank Chief Mario Draghi will be assessing his €1 trillion bond buying programme that's aimed at shoring up the Eurozone economy. He's got two big problems, though: the strength of the Euro and the Eurozone falling back into deflation in September. We'll discuss this further. I'm joined in the studio by Naeem Aslam, who's the Chief Market Analyst for Trade and our resident expert at this stage on ECB matters. Naeem, thanks for being with us. He's got a tricky balancing act, Mario Draghi, this time around, doesn't he? What do you think he's likely to do or not do?
You're absolutely correct, and you're hitting the nail on the head when you said that the two important things are strengthening the euro, which has surged against the dollar since March, and second, the growth hasn't actually picked up that much. But let's cast our mind and then look at the situation, because ostensibly market is expecting some sort of a quantitative easing today. But I think what would happen when going into the meeting, Draghi is going to maintain his stance and he's going to deliver the same dovish rhetoric. He's going to say, okay, there'll be more quantitative easing on the way, perhaps not today. The reason is because if we look at the economic data within the Eurozone, you look at the industrial production, you look at the other economic PMI surveys, or you look at the unemployment. Yes, unemployment hasn't changed, but rest of the economic data has remarkably changed from other quarter as compared to the quarter 2 or quarter 3. So what does this really explain or entail for us? So this is saying that, okay, Eurozone economy is picking up steam, credit availability is there, and the demand is certainly there. So why should Mario Draghi would be increasing quantitative easing if the economy is picking up steam? The reason is when we look at the economic engine of the Eurozone, which is Germany. Factory orders, industrial production, they are not increasing. The month of September was a really bit of a disaster for the economy. What happened, we had a Volkswagen scandal that has peeled off all investors' confidence. And then we have a Chinese abateness in the other part of the world. Now, as long as the Chinese growth remain feeble, we do not have much of a hope for a German economy. And perhaps for this reason, I think that Draghi will maintain his dovish stance because he doesn't want euro to appreciate more. But Stephen, more importantly, what he wants to do, perhaps he wants to wait and see what Federal Reserve will do and when they will increase the interest rates. Because soon the Federal Reserve gets back on that hawkish horse, and they're going to start saying that, okay, we are on our path to increase the interest rates. Dollar would eventually rise against the euro. That will bring the euro down.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, how much can Mario Draghi really do to affect the value of the euro? Because he's quite dependent, as you say, on what's happening in Washington.
Absolutely. I think there are certain elements which are beyond their control, and then they still get the blame. Number one is when the Fed will increase the rate, it's not something Mario Draghi is going to determine that. What would happen in the emerging markets because of the strength of the dollar? That's not something that the Mario Draghi is also going to answer, or that's his fault, or that is on his agenda. Or how long it will take for the People Bank of China to revive their economy. These three elements are completely outside their own mandate, outside their own control, yet they get the blame. As a president of the central bank, he still has to devise and make sure catered for that kind of uncertainty in the market.
Okay, Naeem Aslam from Trade, thank you as always for giving us your take on the European Central Bank meeting, which is taking place later in Malta.
We're going to have a look now, Stephen.